And
Good
now
evening,
for
ladies and
Finite's
gentlemen.
deck
Welcome
profile.
to another
The Rock
installment
Dude from Yu-Gi-Oh!
of
Dragon Warriors.
the
Gotcha.
Dragonverse deck profiles.
I think it was 3 or 4.
This has been a
I wanna say
requested
3,
deck.
though.
I forgot to request it, but I know somebody did. But also, for a while, it has been a deck that I was planning
We
to
as
do
Yu-Gi-Oh!
next
fans
for
love to
Dragon
get deck
Warriors.
profiles, but we hate to actually watch the deck
I'm Lucian
profile
Dark
videos.
Wolf, and I present to
Deck
you
profile videos
Ryan
better than we
Rels'
get the
deck
views, let's be
profile.
real.
It's not like I have a choice. One mistake. One mistake is all it takes to lose everything in that town. My days of
Everything
being a
and
champion
more.
are now behind me. And I will never get them back. And I continue to fight one way or another in order to survive.
To be fair, with this stat line of dialogue, it easily had more character than it takes. All it has to his name is a cool name, a cool design, a badass theme song, and then we got the character part, it's like, we'll drop the ball here. No! Could have been one of the best Sonic villains of all time, but, you know, he is not unique. Gave us some good memes, though. And yeah, Ryan truly is a great threat to deal with. Rocks is a deck you don't really think of as, you know, ultra powerful like that, but then they sneak up
For
on
those
you.
who don't know who Ryan Rels is, are you living under a rock? Anyways, the Magnet Warrior deck. Well, Fossil Magnet Warrior. As you can clearly see, there's a lot more than just Magnet Warriors. There's rock good stuff in here, and some other stuff.
Sick for that one episode of
We get to that when we get there. First of all, the Magnet Warriors that are here. Obviously, we have 2 copies of each of the vanilla because this is a 60
I kind of
card
like
deck.
that too.
So
Part.
why
I had a
not?
soft spot for it. It's hero
Plus, I
turn
just
villain.
kinda
It's
like
kind of
the vanilla
cliche,
Magnet
but I don't
Warriors.
mind that thing. I
Plus,
hate it when the entire
60
show
card deck is very
I'm a
forgiving
good guy,
when it
but
comes to
evil.
that
Oh,
kind of
how
stuff.
itchy. What
What
if
it's not
Superman
forgiving
was
for is having
evil?
multiple copies
Never
of
seen
Valkyrion,
that
which
10
is why we
billion
only have one
times.
Valkyrion. Same goes for one Berserkion.
Anyway.
Plus, they're searchable with some of the Magnet
The boy
Warriors.
sucks.
Then we have Prime
Mineral.
Primordial Congrate. This is a very funny card. When somebody special, when your opponent summons a monster from hand or deck, no,
Do
when
a
a
thing.
monster is sent from your opponent's hand or deck to the graveyard. My bad, I don't know how to read apparently. You can
Well, you're a
special summon
Yu-Gi-Oh
this card
player,
from
so
your hand
that's a
or face down
qualification.
defense.
Must not
You
be
can
able
special
to
summon
read.
this card from your hand in face down defense position, and if it's flipped face up, you just destroy 2 cards on field.
Everyone's begging for more
So
materia.
it's a very funny card.
Where's my
Then there's
Prime
the
Minerals?
lifeline of all rock decks, which is
They
Block
got a Lion
Dragon,
and not King Kong. I
which
want
in
them
our
to go
format
full
is legal.
monster.
Then for some fiends in the deck,
Give
we
us
have
Monsterverse
Radiant, the
and Yu-Gi-Oh! Come on.
multidimensional Kaiju,
Legally
Gore's
distinct
Emissary of
Monsterverse, of
Darkness,
course.
who both are generically just good, and our Searcher for Dark Fusion and Dark Fusion stuff, Evil Hero Dusted Gold. Then we have one of his many boss monsters, Mega Rock Dragon.
This
Banished
is an
Rock's big
excellent
number.
finisher monster.
Simple as that.
Yeah,
Then
you
we
don't
have
need.
one
I don't
Weathering
need my
Soldier.
complex combos
We don't
or
need
any of
any
these
more
big
if this
moves.
card is sent to the
Just
graveyard.
banish
You
rocks,
just add
summon
Fossil
big
Fusion
rock.
to your hand. That is all we need him to do. Same goes
Yep.
for Shell Knight.
We're going with
He's
the anime
only
artwork.
here
That's fine. I don't have
because
a
we
problem
only
with that.
really need
I
one
kind of-
copy to add a level 8 rock
the anime
on
art's
the deck,
good
which
too.
is another way we can add a Valkyrion if we need to. Now for the more Magnet Warrior stuff, we also have Delta
What if
the
magnets,
Magnet
but
Warrior,
more?
which is great. Sends Magnet Warriors to the graveyard for later uses. Plus, if it leaves the field, you just get free Valkyrion.
Yay!
Then there's Epsilon the Magnet Warrior, who does wonders for the deck. If you
put him in
activate
defense
his
mode by
effect with his
mistake.
normal or special summon, you send a level 4 Magnet Warrior from deck to the grave, and then he becomes that Magnet Warrior while he's on the field. And you can also special summon a Magna Warrior or Magnet Warrior monster from your graveyard with a different name than this card. So that's great for Xyz summoning, for example, or I guess if you summoned Berserkion first, or Valkyrion, like if you summoned them properly first, you can just bring them back from the graveyard. Then we have the Electromagnet Warriors Alpha to add Valkyrion, Berserkion, whichever
yeah.
you need. a beta to add
Summon
a
monster.
Magnet Warrior that's
That's
level
right, no, add a
4 or
monster,
lower
Gamma
from deck
was
to
special
hand,
summon,
and
I got
Gamma
mixed
to
up.
special summon a level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior from your hand. And all three of them have an effect to send themselves to the graveyard during the opponent's turn to summon any Magnet Warrior you want from the deck, like your Deltas or your Epsilons. You can also serve for defense, so you can also like send these guys to the graveyard for more stuff in grave. Then we have one Cyber Jar because it's very funny.
It is
King of the
very
Swamp,
funny. I like it.
For a certain fusion
It's a card I
in here,
try
and
to put
also because it
in
just
my
adds
decks
a
if I can.
polymerization.
Unfortunately, most things are new
Morphic
to
Jar,
everything nowadays,
because
but again,
it's
it's funny.
Unexpected Die, because we have a lot of
It's good for
normal
script writing too.
monsters.
I need to clear
Dark
this field
Calling and
without
Dark
doing any
Fusion,
life point
both
damage.
for
Flip
Fusion
Cyber
Summoning
Jar.
Evil Hero Dark Gaia.
Reset everything.
Both are very useful in their own ways, right?
Morphic
Get
Jar is the
Heavy
closest
Storm
thing
for
we'll ever
board
get to
wiping,
anime card of
polymerization for some
sanctity.
fusions in the deck.
And probably the closest we ever need.
Specifically Imperion Magnum
Yeah,
and First of the Dragons.
It can substitute for
Miracle
First of the
Rupture
Dragons?
because it's a foolish burial for rocks, and it can draw
Oh no,
your
sorry, I was
card
thinking King of the Swamp
if
with
you
that
have
one.
Fossil
Man,
Fusion
I've
engraved.
used these two magnets together
Then
to make a
there's
dragon.
Magnet
Yu-Gi-Oh's
Induction,
amazing.
because more swarming the field. Poggers of Greed, we all know what it
God.
does, that's why it's here. 3 copies of Fossil Fusion. I've been thinking of cutting it down to like two, maybe even 1, because it's searchable in the deck, and also it recovers
again,
itself, and also we only have 3 Fossil Fusion monsters that
But
we
58
really
card deck just doesn't sound as
Monster
good as
Reborn
60.
for Revival.
That's
we
not
have
the
the
funny
anime
number.
version of the 7th one, because
Because
the
it's
real
just
life
better.
one kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And also the Dragonverse
You
Sarasa
must,
just
you
makes
must
it
top
the
deck
anime
this card
version
immediately
anyway,
after the beginning of your raid
so
phase.
it
Meanwhile,
doesn't really
playing the
matter.
real life version, it's
MST,
always in your
because
opening hand.
why not
Here's
have
the
more
Wolf
spell and trap
Lightsworn
removal?
Hunter of your deck.
Half a Break. I don't know. I'm just looking for some random trap cards that I thought were funny, or that I thought fit him.
I thought it was like one of the worst
for
trap cards ever.
stopping the
Just
battle
like, just play
phase,
Wapaku,
Needle
but that's so
Sealing
important.
for
Like, you was
popping
playing
the
that card
field,
so we could
Mirror
use Utopia
Force
Raise
for
effects.
attacks, classic
It's like,
card.
oh, I never looked at it that way. I just thought he
Torrential
was playing
Tribute for
crap. Well, it
popping
could
the
be that
field
too,
again,
but you
Prideful
know.
Roar for
It had
battle
its uses.
tricks, Lost Wind for negation and for battle tricks, Call of the Haunted for revival, and a very funny trap card that works surprisingly well in this deck, United Front. Nobody saw this card probably, but to read it out, when a trap card is activated, while you control 2 or more face-up monsters with the same level, negate the activation and destroy.
The reason no one sees it
So
coming
just
is because
negates a
usually
trap
you
card
have
if you
2
have
monsters
2
the same level in the
4s
field.
for
You're
example.
Xyz summoning. You're not keeping them on
Then
the
we
field
have
so you
the
can
extra
activate a
deck, as
funny
you see
trap
we have
card.
Imperial Magnum, and we have First of the Dragons. Imperial Magnum is the boss monster of the deck,
Absolutely.
obviously. First of the Dragons is there because we run a lot of normal monsters.
He's a funny monster
Then
that's
we have
actually
the Fossil
surprisingly
Fusion
tough to deal with.
monsters,
The Fossil Fusions
Fossil
are all
Dragon Skull
amazing.
Gios, who deals any double
I am glad they
damage,
did not just
does
rip
piercing
their
damage,
Tag Force
does double
versions
battle
into the
damage,
real game, because
does
that's
piercing
the
damage,
Tag Force ones are
and he
terrible.
can
Granted, they
switch
weren't
the
real
attack and
cards at the
defense
time, so I
points of the
can't be too
opponent's
mean on
monster
them. They're
when
just
he
trying to
battles
be
it.
accurate to the anime.
Then we have
but thank God they just
Fossil
changed
Warrior
them and turned
Skull
to the real
King,
game.
who can make
Because they
up
could
to
have
2
easily
attacks during
half-assed
each
this,
battle
but they
phase, and also inflicts
Fossil
piercing
Fusions
damage
retrieve
when he
with
attacks.
more respect and dignity than Numeronius Numeronia. I'm sorry, but his immune to everything effect had to go
during the
to Red Eye
opponent's turn,
Start
he also has a
Dragoon.
Monster
It needed
Reborn
more,
effect.
because do
discard a
you
card and
remember
special summon the
Yugi and
opponent's monster to your
Joey?
field. And then there's Skull Convoy, who
I
is
am
a
so
truck,
upset
not
they-
a train, like I thought while making episode 3.
I am
I
so
don't know why I thought it
disappointed.
was a train, but
Yeah,
apparently
I
I
could see
thought
the
it was a
confusion.
train,
It
like it
makes
has
sense.
wheels and everything.
I was really
I don't
hoping they
know.
keep the random
Anyways.
car on the highway, but no, they took it out. I just like the idea
This
of your
card
driver
lowers
on
the
the
attack of
highway,
all
and
the
then you
opponent's
just see
monsters
this
by their
thing
original
come by.
defense.
It's like,
It can
what
make
do
up
you
to
do?
3 attacks on
Well, you
monsters.
get the frig out of the way,
And
that's
when it
what you
destroys
do.
a monster and inflicts 1,000 damage every time. Dark Gaia because it's a big guy.
Just
Then
driving
we
down
have,
the highway in your random sedan, and then this happens.
Reprint of number 103. This is not the original copy, like no dual spirit or anything.
Yep.
It's just a reprint.
That's fine.
Now, a lot
I've
of the
used
cards in the
ICU sometimes
Dragonverse
in my
have
lore.
reprints, for those who don't know. So stuff like Signer Dragons and Dual Dragons for the manga are special. They do have reprints. Other people can play them, but there's only one real copy of each.
Yes. That is
And
lore
this
crucial.
is
That
not
way
the
everyone can have
real
one, but only
Ragnas
one
here.
is
This
special.
just a copy
You
that
can
Ryan
have our
has.
cake and eat it too.
Then there's 2 Gallic Granites for searching.
You just have to make sure
His
it works
actual
specifically with the lore.
number,
That's fine.
number 106 Giant Hand, and its Chaos form. Then
It is
there
kind of a
is
little lamer, over 100
the
monsters,
Gusto
but at least it's
Emerald
not just a
for,
dude again. Or a dragon.
for recycling,
bit of
and
visual
also because we
variety.
have normal monsters, so we can summon them back for more swarming. Gorgonic Guardian, because it's just a very good rock card, and a very good card in general. And then finally, for the funnies, we have Giant Soldier of Steel.
Who no one sees coming.
This card is unaffected by other monster effects. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can attach one Xyz material. For this card, it gains 1000 defense until the end of this turn.
It
And
gains
if
only
it does, you
1000
take no
defense.
effect
That's it.
damage from your opponent's card effects. It's just
Tricks-
a very funny big guy.
Trickstars be shaking in their boots.
So we have him. We stand.
Yeah, I think
Giant
this is
Soldier
the card
of
on
Steel.
Giant
Who knows,
on
maybe-
Attack the Moon.
Maybe I could put fucking Giant Soldier of Stone in this deck. Actually,
No,
let me
you know,
make
if
some
you're gonna
changes
put in
to
the deck, you
real
put in
quick.
Century Soldier of Stone, because the Giant Soldier of Stone is a product of its time.
Some
Century
very
Soldier
funny changes
can
to the deck.
special
We'll
summon
take
itself.
out Fossil Fusion.
Live action, live
and
deck
live
ending.
rewrite of the deck. We have a Giant Soldier of Stone for the funnies, and we have one
Look, we
Century
can block
Soldier of Stone because he's
Yu-Gi-Oh for
decent.
days.
Hey, anything for more
Attack the
swarming
Moon
the
is
field, why not?
iconic.
Plus another normal monster to add to the
I
pile.
still want them to.
Plus, this
I'm
deck,
tired of original
most of this
series
deck
support, but
anyway,
I'm fine with
is
them, like,
meant to
making
be
fun of themselves, like Attack the Moon
a satellite
card, making
type
fun of
deck
the
from
intimacy.
5Ds.
I want
because
like
the theme
destroy
of
the
the deck,
flotation
at least
device.
before the fossils were introduced, and honestly even
Give me some
after
of
the
that
fossils
sweet
were
Ram
introduced,
Harpies
is the
pet
fact that
dragon
this is
into
meant to be
the
not a
Mirwalk to
very good
destroy
deck.
it somehow.
Because Alan is from a
If you're gonna
town
make
that is
nostalgia
very
support, at least make
financially
fun of it to
unstable
extent-
in
have a sense
every
of
front,
humor.
and the community of the
Although
town is extremely toxic. So
Turtle
finding
turning
cards
into
for a good
Gaia
deck
support
is
was genius.
very, very hard. So the fact that Alan had a competent deck to become a champion of his town tells you a lot about not only
Says
his
a lot about the
ingenuity
town.
of working what he has, but it also tells you that he had a lot of luck finding cards that worked well together.
Seriously.
Either finding cards that were cheap or finding whatever scrap he could.
Ryan is one
And
you
of
put up
course,
to as
later
the
when he joins
generic
Jonathan, he gets a
rival
lot of better
character,
cards.
which
Stuff
he
like
can
Regeki
be,
and Heavy
but
Storm,
he's
which are
not
way better
something
cards.
to sneeze at.
Then there,
He's
and
more
then,
advanced
of course,
than
stuff like
Pedro.
Torrential
Pedro was,
Tribute
for what he was,
and Mirror
fine.
Force is also
He did
stuff
the
that
job.
he gets when he joins Jonathan. Because, again, and when he joins
I
Jonathan,
can't wait for
he
season
has
2 when he plays
access to
Adamantipator.
some actual good cards.
That was a joke. I'm not. That's
Like,
not a
if
prediction.
I had a version of the deck to show you that how the deck looked like before Ryan and Jonathan, I would show it. I will build it on the side and I will post a picture of it at the end of the video. For now, that was Ryan Rels' deck profile.
I might show that up.
Any other deck profiles you guys would like to see, tell me in the comments below, and I will
not,
make
it is
sure
what it
to.
is.
Actually, I don't think I should say that is a dog joke. I should think of my own joke. Fuck, what do I have?
Gotta catch them all.
Okay, I got nothing. I'm not funny. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave comments down below if you have any ideas for what deck profiles for Dragon Warriors characters you would like to see next. And, well,
Maybe
I'll
put
see
it
you
in
guys
the
around.
Or something like that. Oh, it's not that much different. Small piece golem, the Gorgonic's got more magnets things. Yeah, it seems to be more magnet focused, although this time going with the piece golems. They got Kakimiru golem. I think that's how you pronounce it, Kakimiru Guardian. But this one just kind of leaned more into Gorgonic and, again, the piece golems for the 500th time. It also got the magnetic field and attack the moon, yes, because that is the correct card to play. Rock Bombardment to middle card, which is weird because I don't see Revival Golem in here. Revival Golem is built to work with Rock Bombardment because if it's sent to the graveyard via card effect, it just comes right back. It just summons itself. That thing is surprisingly annoying to deal with. It is just really good support for rocks in general because they got quite a number of cards just like send rock to graveyard. If you send me to graveyard, I'm here now. No Catapult Zone to speak of, but Catapult Zone. It's not exactly a great card, but it's one that it gives all your rock type monsters basically the ability to not be destroyed by battle once per turn. Well, okay, only one rock monster can do it. It's a hard once per turn sort of thing, but it's one where it's like you still need to use 2 swings to destroy the monster, so it can be kind of annoying earlier on in the duel or more later on. I'm not saying it's broken, not saying you should put it in the deck. I'm just saying I wouldn't have been surprised if I saw it in here. Anyway, we also got the Luminescent Knight. Always nice to see that thing, although that thing got taken out, unfortunately. The Silver Mountain Dragon. I think Dookie put that one in there just as a meme to me, maybe, because it said Silver Mountain. I mean, no, it's an Earth Rock thing, but I once made a deck where it's like, here's every Yu-Gi-Oh card that had silver in the name. And then I kind of ran out of cards that had silver in the name, so I just put some gold in there. So it's a silver and gold deck. I had to put Silver Mountain in there. It had silver in the name. Dookie's a werewolf. Everyone knows werewolves are weak to silver. Unfortunately, due to Dookie's lore, he is no longer immune to silver, so the joke didn't work. But I thought it was funny, and that, at the end of the day, the meme is more important than the facts. Right? Anyway, he's got the Gusto Emerald thing, which is nice. It's a little pot of average. Shuffle 3 normal monsters in the deck, draw 1 card, or special summon a normal monster from the graveyard. It's got a pretty decent effect. But overall, this deck seems to be pretty similar. It's for the best that he leaned into the Fossil Fusions instead, because, let's be real, Fossil Fusions are just better. The Psychic monster randomly is surprising. I know he's got rank 3s, but then you just have this random Psychic wielder. Like, King of the Swamp was already kind of pushing it, but it's just like, okay, you need him for, like, Imperium, Magnus, and all that jazz. That's fine. That makes enough sense. Plus, it is also in the level 3, so you can use that United Front trap card thing of a fudger. But it's just sort of weird. It's just like, I don't know if we'll ever see him, like, summon Sentry Soldier Stone and then King of the Swamp. It's like, what? You can use him like that? No one uses him like that. That would be like using a Legendary Ocean to summon King of the Swamp. What was the point? That's not its job. What is my purpose? To search Poly or be a Poly substitute? Oh my god. Yeah, welcome to life, kid. But overall, the deck didn't change. It's got Gigantic Castle, multiple piece golem. I do like that card. I'm a Jack Atlas fan, so I got a soft spot for that card. He's the only guy in the entire series to actually consistently use fusion monsters. You say he uses Poly once. Meanwhile, Jackson went summoning multiple piece golem actually kind of consistently. Like, nowhere near as much as Red Dragon Archpriest. Not the most summoned monster of all time. Not saying that at all, but the fact that he's fusion summoning at all and during turbo duels most of all is surprising and kind of impressive in fact. But overall, yeah, this is a pretty good decks. Finite / Ryan is a pretty good character overall. He's one out for revenge. His character isn't too complex, but you can get the motivation and all that jazz. He's got a good character. I hope to see more of him in Dragonverse when it continues. In more Dragon Warriors, of course. And maybe in another show. Who knows, when we'll do some crossover. I don't know. But overall, these are good decks. Good work to Dookie for making these in the first place. And thank you for showing these off. So, with all that said, I don't have much else to say. So I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you all next time. Later.